Hello everyone, I'm Jamie Kubota. I'm a professor here at San Jose State in the Nutrition, Food Science, and Packaging Department. And today I'm going to be showing you paninis. And we're going to do paninis two different ways. I'm going to cook one on the skillet and one in a waffle maker. But we're using our lovely rotisserie chicken that we prepared earlier. So I'm going to start out with the bread. We can talk about bread. I actually went to the store and I bought this loaf of bread for $1. So if you're a college student, you're on a budget, there are certainly options for you. This is whole wheat bread. It only has 1 gram of fiber in it, but it's going to be a better option than our white bread. And this could make 10 sandwiches for me. So today, just to keep things interesting, we're going to make paninis, which are heated sandwiches. And I'm going to prep both of them at the same time. So I'm going to take my 4 pieces of bread. And what I want to end up doing is having butter on the outside, because that's going to keep it from sticking to my skillet and also add some flavor and allow it to brown a little bit better. But on the inside, I'm going to add in some nice flavor. So I'm going to butter the top really quickly, and then I'm going to flip them over and butter the other side. And then just add a little bit of butter to this piece. And then what I can do is, let me get this out of the way. I'm going to open these up. And I happen to have some pesto. I love pesto in a panini, but you can add mayonnaise, you can add mustard, you can leave it plain, whatever you want to do. I'm going to put a little bit of pesto on each side of these, and you don't need a lot. Pesto is really flavorful. So it's made from basil and garlic and pine nuts and olive oil. It's really flavorful, so you don't need too much of it. I'm just going to put a little bit on each side. And then I'm going to layer in some cheese and rotisserie chicken. Okay. So you can use whatever cheese you want. I have both. I'll do one with cheddar and I'll do one with provolone. You can use shredded cheese. I'm going to try one of each. And then I'm going to layer in a little bit of our rotisserie chicken. Okay. I'm going to pull the skin off of this because I don't really want to bite into a piece of skin. So I'm just pulling this. I had sliced up my rotisserie chicken breast earlier, and I'm going to just pull the skin off of it for this purpose because I don't want that in my sandwich. It's not very pleasant when you're trying to eat a sandwich and you get a big piece of skin. But if you didn't have rotisserie chicken, you could use deli meat for this. You could leave it out. So this could be just a grilled cheese sandwich as well. And I'm going to layer on a little bit of my chicken. Pull off that. He wants to stick to my fingers. Maybe a few more little pieces of chicken in here. Put my top back on. Okay, I'm gonna wipe my hand. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put these to cook. So one of these I'm gonna set in my skillet. Got a skillet going on about medium-high heat. And then I also have my waffle maker going. I like making my paninis in the waffle maker because you can press down with that lid and you can get a nice compressed panini. So here we go. I put that directly into my waffle maker. Now I'm pressing down, and that's going to flatten it out so you get that really compressed panini, but it will also get nice and crispy on the outside. And it usually takes about 3 or 4 minutes in the waffle maker to do your paninis. Okay. And then on this side, I'm going to use my spatula to press this down a little bit. It just helps it to cook better. We're going to cook it for probably 2 or 3 minutes on each side till it's nice and golden brown. See how it's doing. There we go. Turn it up a little bit. We'll see which one of these cooks faster. It's amazing what you can do with a waffle maker. So it's one of those really fun gadgets to have. And this Cuisinart one, I got it on sale for like $20. So it's not inexpensive. a piece of equipment. You can buy expensive waffle makers. Believe me, you can spend $100 or $200 on a waffle maker, but you can also buy them inexpensively. So this is a nice one because it was inexpensive. It's small, so if you don't have a lot of room in your apartment or your dorm room, there's space for it. And people think of waffle makers as only waffle makers, but there's so much more that you can do with a waffle maker. So if you are going to invest in a tool, this is kind of a fun one. But you can do the same thing in a skillet. And you could have also eaten this without cooking. I tend to like, especially if I'm making a sandwich into a meal, I like a hot sandwich. It just feels more like a meal to me. But, you know, if you're going to class and you need a sandwich, you can certainly add the same things onto your sandwich and take it and eat it cold. And it's not quite brown yet, so I'm going to let it go another minute or so. I'm going to take a peek. Ooh, so my waffle maker is cooking faster than my skillet today. And that one's close to being done. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's already sizzling a little bit. So my waffle maker is winning this race. I'm going to pull that one off. Let me see if I get some. I want to get this nice and toasty before I turn it over. So what I might do is open up my waffle maker. Ooh, yes. This is looking lovely. And I'm going to pull out my waffled panini. That's finished. I'm going to press this down a little bit more. And it's starting to get there. But it still needs a little bit longer. But you can see I've got my waffled panini here. It's nice because it gets that waffle mark on it, but it also gets it nice and crispy. You can actually hear that as I'm cutting through. It's nice and crispy. And I've got my panini. So I'll plate this one while we're waiting on our skillet panini. So for me, I would do this, and then I would probably add some carrot sticks and a whole piece of fruit. Let's see if I have an apple over here. I have an apple. I'm going to add an apple to my plate, and then I've got pretty much an entire meal, or certainly a good snack, in just a few minutes. Voila. Let's check on our other panini. See how it's doing? It's getting there. I'm going to turn it up again. We're having a little fun time with our induction burner, but we'll pull that off in just a second. I'm actually going to have a bite of this because I'm hungry. I'm going to show you how delicious and crispy this is. So, I got the one with the provolone. So provolone cheese is one of those kind of pizza style cheeses. It melts really well. It's delicious. We'll taste the one with the cheddar next. It's really delicious. I love how crispy it gets with the waffle maker. Oh, so delicious. And this is starting to get toasty. I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer. So waffle maker definitely won this race. And I'm gonna have one more bite while we wait on our, delicious. Okay. This is a little blonde, as we say. It's a little light in color, but I'm gonna pull it off so that we can enjoy it. And you can hear it. It's also gotten a nice little crispiness to it. Okay, so we can plate this one up. And you can enjoy one and serve one to your roommate. Make a friend today by sharing your paninis. Okay. So there you have it. Grilled chicken or roasted chicken panini, waffled and made in the skillet.